like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Hello, folks. Welcome back once again for this Saturday, July 18th Nations Championship game. The inaugural season of the Nations Championship and the Nations Cup. The top 12 teams, the Nations Championship, and the next tier in the Nations Cup. USA undefeated plays tonight against Spain. Good luck there. Let me check the sound quality. Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's go ahead and get to the lineups here. This game being played at Kings Park in Durban. For South Africa, Fili Fosse is the fullback. Yaku Williams from the Sharks on the right wing. Jesse Creel, Damon De Allende in the center. Curtly Arnse on the left wing. Time for him to break out. Vusi Moyo gets his nod, the debutant Shark at fly half. Kobus Reinach, the steady hand there at scrum half. Jasper Wiese, Peter Steph Dutoy, Paul de Villiers, Ruben van Heerden, Kobus Wiese, Carlos Sadi, Malcolm Marks, and Gerhard Steenkamp. Once again, we do not see Eben Etzebeth or Sia Khaleesi in the lineup. I wouldn't expect them this game anyway. They're getting more time to recoup, no doubt. I don't know if we'll be able to hear the anthems. It depends on what the broadcast tells me, KDP. Andre Hugo Fente on the bench, Jan-Hendrik Wessels, Vilko Low, Ben Jason Dixon, Marco van Staden, Herschel Yankees, Manu Luwak, and Damien Willemse. That's a bench that most nations would dream of having as a starting lineup. For Wales, Blair Murray is at fullback, Louis Rees-Zammit, Max Llewellyn, Ben Thomas, Josh Adams, Dan Edwards, Tomas Williams, Aaron Wainwright, Jack Morgan, Alex Mann, Adam Beard, Teddy Williams, Dylan Lewis, Dewey Lake, and Reese Carey. Dewey Lake is the captain. I don't know if we'll get the anthems. If we can, I will get them on here. And I'll let you know which direction the teams are going once that's announced. Replacements off the bench: Ryan Elias, Nicky Smith, Ben Warren, Freddie Thomas, Tommy Raphael, James Botham, Ruben Morgan-Williams, and Joe Hawkins. The officials are Andrew Brace from Ireland. The assistant referees on the sidelines are Pierre Brousseau from France, James Dolman from New Zealand, and Ali Hodges is the TMO from Ireland. And my live feed is scheduled to be in about 4 minutes. So I don't know how you guys are doing this weekend on your Super Brew, but mine's gone pretty well. I have to check the stats where I'm at. I've gotten all 4 games correct. Only 1 point differential, though. I missed the point differential. I should have picked New Zealand by more over Ireland. I did pick Scotland by 15. They won by 16, so that was like almost perfect. And I got a spot on my glasses there. So this wearing glasses thing is getting old. I'm not used to this sort of thing, so kind of caught me off guard there. All right, that's gone now. There you go. It's very distracting. So let me take a look at the captaincy here and see how we're doing in our poll. Oh, we got 7 applicants. Look at that. Everybody suddenly wants to join managed poll. Let me see who wants to join here. 7 applicants. Let me put them in. Billy, he's been there before. Rian. It's a little slow to approve here. I have to wait for each one. Yeah, this should be a cakewalk for South Africa, but nothing should be taken granted in World Rugby. You never know on any given day what's going to happen. So we've now approved 7 more people who all asked to join yesterday when we talked about this. Let's go to the leaderboard and see what we're doing there. I jumped 9 spaces last week after a couple. Oh, I'm up to 3rd for this week right now. Tied for 3rd with 2 other people with 1.83 points so far. Well, that's not up to date. I've won all these games, so this must be out of date here. How can that be? Okay. All right, let's, I don't want to see the rounds. I want to see the total leaderboard here. So, okay, now something's very wrong with this thing. Let's go to, do it this way. 25 people in here. Okay, so this isn't right. I don't know what's going on here. I don't want a round. I want to see. It's not working right. There's something wrong with it today. Something wrong with it. Anyway, all right, well, we'll come back to that later. Subaru, that's really odd. But I did get the bonus point there. 2 minutes before my broadcast schedule start. I don't know if they'll have the anthems because that's pushing right up against things. But if we do have the anthems, I will play them. 66 people currently here. If you could hit the like button, that will help drive the algorithm to get more people here. And they'll get to hear some exciting commentary. I got 2 games tomorrow. We got the Bulls game, and we've got the Cheetahs and Lions game. Bloemfontein and Wellington, where those games will be played tomorrow. Be covering that on Sunday. Tomorrow also is the end of the FIFA World Cup, Spain and Argentina. After seeing the shameful conduct of the Argentinian players waving a flag about the Falkland Islands, I will no longer support Argentina in this tournament. Pulling for Spain. And I think that they're the team that has a better chance to win this. I don't mind if Messi gets a goal, but I do need to see this thing go the way I want it to go. What's this? Oh, okay. Who the hell's Winston Marshall? Oh, boy. Anyway, so this should be a good game, folks. Lots of scoring I would expect to see in this. I'd love to see Kurtley Arnsay cut loose today. Kobus Reinach should really do well today as in addition to that. And we'll see how Yaku Williams does, the young shark. We'll see how he does in this one. SABC doesn't have the rights to it. Only SuperSport has the rights to it. It's not a question whether they hate you or not. It's a question of how much money they can spend. And they are not funded well enough to do that. No, I understand what you're saying, Iceman, but that's not really how it works in the world. But you would think the national broadcaster would carry the national game, but SuperSport owns exclusive rights, and therefore you can't get it. I don't know what happened with SuperSport, but they're not carrying this game on a way that I can watch it. So I've been watching the European broadcasters who are carrying this nation's championship, which is kind of lame because the South African broadcaster is more interesting. The Irish broadcaster is pretty good, and one of the Kiwis, but most of the European ones suck. So anyway. Toast, how's it going? Welcome back, everybody. 80 people here now. We're waiting for this game at 20 seconds before. Hopefully the anthems will hear. If they're here, I'll play them, but I'll probably get a copyright claim. They always do that to me. The song isn't copyrighted. It's for the country, for the world. And it's shameful to hear people, especially when it's the people at the stadium singing. How can you copyright 50-some people, 1,000 people singing? You're not paying them for the performance. 2 seconds, 1 second, and here we go. And it's going live. Is it going to work? Make sure my feed works. And then we'll cover this game. 11:40 it's scheduled, and that's what it is, 11:40 right now. We have a hard time getting this thing started, though. Every one of these games. Found out where the Junior Buck Championship game is going to be. That's on Paramount Plus. So let me open a window up for that while I wait for this. Paramount Plus. Okay, it's taking a long time here. That is way too long. Sports. All right, players already on the pitch, so we've missed the anthems. See? Bastards. I hate that. They hate countries. The World Rugby ought to be ashamed of itself. Okay. So the World Championship, where's that? Junior Championships. That's Italy versus Ireland. South Africa versus France. 12:20. All right, here we go. We're ready to get this one started now.
Wales
Irish
in
guy.
Cardiff, but of course will be fully neutral today in his officiating capacity.
Yeah, we'll see how neutral Brace is. He's had some crappy games of late, even though he's a very good referee. All right, we are ready. Wales wearing these white, off-white colored jerseys, putty colored. And the whistle blows right away. Wales goes short to the near side. Ball bounces, knocked forward by Yaku Williams, knocked it on. So Springboks, not a very good start, knocking the ball on from the outset. Wales in the middle, carried forward. Dylan Lewis, let me get the arrows up. Wales is coming from my right to my left. South Africa gets a win, and they win a penalty. That's very quickly here. Vusi Moyo at the bottom of that pile. And that's against Alex Mann. Not sure what he did. Not rolling away. So Wales picks up the first penalty of the game. Moyo to kick it down the corner. Looks like a pretty good crowd in Durban. Hard to see, though. That's the east side of the stadium where all the stands are jacked up pretty high. Five in the line out here now. Springboks first line of the game, 1 minute in. So at about the Wales 45-meter line, Malcolm Marks, who had a lot of trouble last week. That looks good. Taken down successfully by Peter Steph Dutoy. I'm experiencing some trouble with the stream, so if I get breaks, I'll let you know. Driving maul going forward. Oh, there go the Bucks. Finally, they're tackled inside the 10-meter line. Dutoy goes down. And Kobus Reinach digs it out. Nothing there. Reinach digs it out. Hands the ball off to Kobus Visa. He's tackled. Kobus Reinach to Moya. Moya high into there, but it goes nowhere. Over into the near side. Yaku Williams goes up, knocks it backwards, but Wales comes down with it. It's a terrible broadcast. Wales with possession now. Ruck is formed. No scrum half because it's the bottom of the pile. Reese Carey with the ball. Tackle. A lot of obscuration on the pitch from the pyrotechnics that went off before the game. Kobus Reinach creeps up but can't. Yaku Williams goes up over here and he knocks it on again. So that's 2 touches by Yaku Williams and 2 knock-ons. That ball's kicked it away, so no advantage. Moyo down the middle. And no chase by any Springboks. Going to be back inside the 22 because he kicked it way too far and they take the mark. Already several mistakes by debutants and young Springboks. Moyo kicks it inside the 22, stopping progress. He panicked. And Yaku Williams knocking it on twice going up in the air. Not a very auspicious start, but maybe their nerves will settle down. Taken in touch by Moya. He's going to wait for the team to come up. Springboks line out from their own 10-meter line. Andre the Great, welcome. Thank you. Ooh, national selections. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. No, KDP, I won't get a copyright strike. I'll get a copyright claim. I'll just have to delete it after the fact normally for the anthem. But they didn't play it anyway. They skipped right to the game. Line out is good. Kobus Reinach sends it over the middle. Paul de Villiers with the carry. De Villiers' ruck is formed just outside the 10-meter line, Springbok side of the pitch. Kobus Reinach kicks it down the field. Now this time, Yaku Williams is there. He knocks it on a third time, but he's not called for the knock-on. And Wales chased backwards, tackled by Kobus Reinach inside the 22. Ball is there. It's taking a long time. What's going to happen here? It's available. Tomas Williams gets it. Wales comes to the near side. Look like Wainwright with the carry there. Hard to see a lot of bodies. Wales have these hideous white and black jerseys on. They're really ugly. There's a kick down the pitch. That's going to be around the 10-meter line. Moyo's there. Sends it over the middle to Fossey. Fossey cuts back up the middle. Fossey down the middle. He's charging to about 30 meters out. Tackle's made there. Ball's available. Kobus Reinach goes wide. Kobus Visa does a dummy. Spins down to the 22. The Bucks are on the march. Kobus Reinach goes to the far side of the pitch. Paul de Villiers offloads that ball. It's in David De Allende's hands. De Allende drives forward inside the 22, places the ball. Kobus Reinach, right up the middle. Jasper Visa! Jasper Visa! Boca, Boca, Boca. It's a try! 4:25 in the game. Yes! Woo! Jasper Visa cuts through the Welsh defense like butter. A hot knife. Woo! Jasper Visa. My goodness. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. 4 minutes, 25 seconds into the contest, Visa runs the last 17 meters all by himself and takes it over, bowling through that Welsh defense. 2 tackles he avoided at the outset, a 3rd tackle, a 4th tackle, and he's across with a try. Look at that. Jasper Visa. Moyo with his first conversion attempt, an easy one for him as well, 15 meters away. And he gets it at 7-0. South Africa leads. Woo! What a start. Keep calling him Jasper. It's not Jasper, it's Jasper. Jasper Visa with a try. "14 tries in the Nations Championship so far. Giving up 7. Here's the restart. Inside the 22 this time. Taken by Damien De Allende. De Allende tackled at 22. Wales trailing the first 5 minutes of the game. Call to use it. Kobus Reinach will dig it out. Taken back inside 22, so he's got to keep it in play. It's going to go around the 10-meter line, up in the air. And Yaku Williams this time doesn't knock it forward, but Wainwright comes down with it for Wales. Yaku Williams is not getting it done on the wing. He's been burned 4 times in a row. 2 knock-ons. Twice they've gotten the ball. He's not out-jumped anybody. Speed is one thing, but you have to have height to make those catches. Somehow Kirtley Arndt and Cheslin Colby managed that, but this guy can't so far. But he's young. Here's a kick down the pitch. Around the 22, Vusi Moya goes up. He doesn't get it. It's knocked on by the Springboks, and the Wales gets it back. My goodness, Springboks on the high ball. Atrocious so far in this game. And who's there once again but Yaku Williams, not getting it done. 5 times in the high ball he's failed. He will not be my man of the match, I tell you that much. Yeah, Yaku Williams is the one who knocked it forward again. 5 times. 5 times in 7 minutes. Look, I mean, pack weight is 947 for the Springboks, 937 for Wales. Not a full stadium at Kings Park, but a pretty full stadium. Probably about 46,000, 48,000. I don't know. I can get a good look at it. First scrum of the game comes at 7:30. Front row for Wales, Dylan Lewis, Dewey Lake, the captain, and Rhys Carey. For the Springboks, Carl Lusati, Malcolm Marks, and Gerhard Steenekamp. Behind. Set. And the whistle blows. This thing just fell apart. What's Brace going to say? The Welsh look like they got pushed back, but we're going to reset this. So the Junior World Championship is on in less than an hour. Georgia and Fiji right now are playing for a position in that. New Zealand, England, Samoa, Romania. So at 12:20, it's France and South Africa for the final. Chile versus Georgia, the Nations Cup is coming up for the seniors in Tonga, Portugal, Eagles, and Spain later today. Behind. Set. Wales wins that somehow. They get it out. And, it's a penalty against Wales. Now, here we go. The domination of Springbok scrum is starting to take effect early on as they win. Collapsing the scrum is the call against Wales. There's a kick down the pitch by Moya. Collapsing under pressure. Here's the Springbok lineup. Marks goes deep with it. Straight to Moya. Great pass. Kobus around. Ooh. What's the call? Went early. He went early. Okay, I thought it was a bad tackle. So the Springboks turned the ball over. So they turned over on penalty. And the ball is kicked. All right, Springboks turned it over. Wales now with the ball down the pitch, approaching the 10-minute mark. And 10 minutes into the contest. Here's the line out by Dewey Lake, and Wales successful into a maul, but pushed back about 3 meters by the Bucks. Still being pushed back. This rolling maul is rolling backwards. No call to use it yet. They dig it out. Tomas Williams, Aaron Wainwright, he's buried in the middle of the pitch by De Allende as a jackal! And Malcolm Marks gets the jackal. Brilliant work. Penalty for not releasing. Malcolm Marks all on top of that ball. With no Dion Fourie out there. He's playing the role of master along with Paul de Villiers. Yeah, Wainwright. De Allende's sitting there crying. He should have got out of the way. He's lucky we got that turnover. Sitting there crying about something. Malcolm Marks gets it done again. All right, here we go. 11 minutes off the clock. Malcolm Marks on another line out. Last time it was early by Moya. This is down around the Welsh 24-meter line. That's successful. Van Heerden Ruben van Heerden on debut does that. Takes that line up. Paul de Villiers down at the 22. Kobus Reinach digs it out, sends it to the far side of the pitch, and it's Jesse Creel's first touch. Way outside it goes to Kurtley Arnsey. He had to wait for the ball, so he doesn't get a chance to get ahead of steam up, tackled at the 22. Reinach comes back this direction. Steenkamp tackled immediately by the Welsh players who were clearly offside but not called. Kobus, nice pass up the middle. There it goes. Peter Steph du Toit. He's on the loose. Down to the 2-meter line. The Springboks have lost it forward. Oh. It was Kobus Visa, not Peter Steph du Toit. I couldn't see the picture clearly as the feed was fuzzy. Kobus Visa went all the way down to the 3-meter line. And what's with this World Rugby crap? They suck their broadcast. What a great pass back to Kobus Visa from the 22. And he just went through tacklers like butter. And unfortunately, he tried to hand it off there late. And it's a knock on. It turned over to Wales. But Wales under pressure here early on. This is only Kobus Visa's 4th cap. Can you believe that? It seems like he's been around a while. To watch him play for the Bulls, I guess, is what it did for us. Rossi's plan to bloody players is working very well. Lots of people getting Springbok time at test level. And it's paying off. Crouch. Bind. So Welsh scum. Set. I think somebody went early, but he didn't call it. Oh, they're driven backwards. Oh, come on. How can it not be a penalty? Taken back. South Africa just drew the... How is that not a penalty? I guess they didn't collapse. They just got driven back. But the ball is going to come over to South Africa because it was taken back, a 5-meter scrum for South Africa now. What dominating pressure. About 3 seconds, and then Springboks, like they just opened up and put it in the low gear and drove back. Wainwright got tackled at the try line and driven back over the try line. That's crazy. They should have been called for standing up in the scrum. They just buckled. All right, now it's a Springbok scrum as Reinach gets ready. This is likely to be a try unless they muff this up. Kings Park, Durban, folks. Down to the east coast of South Africa. This is the final game in the first round of the Nations Cup. The next games will be played in November. Next comes the All Blacks. Kobus Reinach digs it out. He does a dummy. Kobus Reinach, the try machine. Woo! Woohoo! Oh, yeah, Bo! Kobus Reinach. It's his 20th try in 52 caps. Woohoo! What a great try. Dummy. Went through 2 tacklers, and they tackled him high, too. My goodness. Is he really 36? My goodness. Should be an easy kick for Moya. They set him up well again. And the Springboks are on fire, but they were on fire last week against Scotland and against England, and then they stumbled last year against Australia, a game which will live in infamy. Only 2 losses last year, that embarrassing one. So Vusi Moya to kick this. Was he going to miss that? I can't see it. They got it. Okay. Looked like it was going to go wide left, but it didn't. So Moya gets a conversion, and it's 14-0. Just 15 minutes a game. A point per minute at this stage. A point per minute for South Africa. And here's the restart. Here's the kick. Inside at 22, taken by Jasper Visa. Kobus Reinach takes it back inside at 22, keeps it in play, kick down the pitch. Yaku Williams there again, and he doesn't get again the 6th time, then knocked into touch by Paul de Villiers. Another cock-up by Yaku Williams. 7 times he's failed. Wow. It's not getting it done. It's his debut. Lots of debutantes out there, and he's not doing well. 5'9". Went right through his hands, knock on. In that position, too. 5 handling errors, and I think all 5 are on Yaku Williams, or 4 of them anyway. I think it's more than 5. They're miscounting. It's hard to get an idea of the count because I can't get a good view here. It looks like a lot of empty seats up high, but I can't tell. Scrum to Wales. Behind. Set. Tomasz Williams puts it in. And Wainwright comes out of the back with it, turns upfield, picks up a few meters before he's tackled by Moya. Over the middle of the ball goes Wales now, trying to put the Springboks under the pump. Ball's available. Who's got it? It's lost forward. So the Springboks have it, and Jasper Visa picks it up. Kobus Reinach kicks it down the pitch. The chase is on. It's going to be around the 22. It bounces. That's a 50-22 if it goes in the side. Come on. Oh, no, it cut back into the try line. And Jack Morgan is tackled at his 3-meter line. And a high tackle. Oh, my goodness. Oh, lucky for Wales. It was a high tackle. It's against Gerhard Steenkamp. He's got blood coming out of off his nose or his forehead. It says off his nose. Yeah, that was a high tackle. But, I mean, that was a soft high tackle. Boy, saved Wales. They were trapped at the 3-meter line. Kobus Reinach with a great kick. Unfortunately, instead of going into touch, it bounced the other direction when it hit the ground and bounced back into play. So this will take the Welsh side out. Let me see where the high tackle is. Oh, yeah, definitely a high tackle. Yeah, just that's tough. Guy was going down. And Rossi's upset. Rossi, it was a high tackle, man. But, I mean, to be fair, the guy was bent over, and he dropped as the tackle happened. So, tough break. I got to get one of these flags for these Springboks games one day the side judges have. How do I get one of those? Line out is successful to Wales, not challenged. But the Springboks challenged them all, and they're driving it sideways towards that touchline. Call to use it once, and they break loose. Kobus Reinach with a huge tackle along with Peter Steph Dutoy. Ball's back over the middle. Wainwright looking to break free, but there is Jesse Creel. Charge down the other side. Ball gets kicked away. Looking for the far side of the pitch. Vusi Moya down around his 30-meter line. Kicks it forward. Chases up the field. Who's going to get there? Moya kicks it. It's knocked backwards. Welsh have the ball once again. Oh. Ellis Mee running around, going crazy here. That's not Josh Adams. Ellis Mee, how'd he get in there? Williams with the ball. Wainwright with another carry here for Wales. They're not really getting anywhere. A few phases taking place here. Ball's going to be dug out of the back. Tomasz Williams will kick this. And Malcolm Marks unhappy that he faked it. That's a nice kick down the pitch. Better get there. Voisin Moyo cocks it up. Is it still live? Oh, my goodness. He finally gets over there. He's lying on the ground, watching it, thinking it was dead. There he goes down the sideline. Here come the Springboks. They kick it forward. Deep into 22, the chase is on, but the Welsh are going to get there first. Maybe if they don't mess it up. They barely get there ahead of Fossey and Kurtley Arnsey. And they've got them all. Wow, that was an exciting phase of play. But the Welsh have the ball from their 10-meter line. There's a kick. Looking for touch there. Vusi Moya at the 45-meter line. Here's Yaku Williams now with his first running carry. Lost the ball backwards. Jasper Visa has it. Visa cuts back up the middle. Looking for space. He's tackled. Oh, and a boot takes the ball loose from Kobus Reinach, but Paul de Villiers cleans up the mess. And there's a penalty for hands on the ground. Yep, this is a makeable kick. What will the Springboks do? 19:48 in the game. Calls off the feet. You want a bonus point to stay ahead of the All Blacks. Vusi's kicking to the corner. Near side. Oh, he kept it in. It took him a while to get back over. Only Louis Rees-Ahmed was chasing that ball down a few moments ago where Williams took off. Six in the line out now. Here's the line out. Springboks about 10 meters away from the Welsh line. Successful, brought down by Ruben van Heerden, the debutant. Lock in there, and they're into them all, and they got a whistle. A knock-on. Where's the knock-on? Hey, he's pushing and shoving going on. Steenkamp in there. What's going on? Wales and Springboks don't have bad blood. That's England. Andrew Brace says, thanks, Kobus, because Kobus helped break it up. Where's the knock-on? Oh, yeah, there it is. Oh, that's a clear knock-on. Shame. Turned over. South Africa chance to run the score up, and they fail. 2 tries, 21 minutes into the contest. Tomas Williams will put this in. This is a scrum for Wales on the near side of the pitch, behind the west side of the stadium. Set. Williams puts it in, and the Springboks driving back again, but they get it out quickly. Wainwright's got it, but Paul de Villiers is there to tackle him, and Dade Lunde overtopped the ball over the ruck. They're just 6 meters out. They're going to try to go through some phases deep in their own territory, but the Springbok defense for the moment is up to the task. No real threats from Wales here yet, except a penalty, and then they turned it over. That ball's kicked from the 5-meter line in a touch, and Williams fakes throwing it in. So the Bucks will take the line out based on wherever that mark is going to be. 242 people currently here. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done it already, folks. 75 caps for Tomas Williams of Wales. 22:22 off the clock. It's still ticking. All right, mods, where you at? God bless it. Line out successful. Ruben front here, and this time they'll drop. Paul de Villiers breaks free. Up the middle to Malcolm Marks. Malcolm Marks! What a carry. Springboks. There's Peter Steph Dutoy from the 22. Marks picked up a lot of space coming out of there. Near side, it's Jasper Wiese again having a big day, along with Kobus Wiese. Reinach and Kobus Wiese loses it forward. And a turnover here. They're asking about the knock-on. There was a knock-on. Yeah, knock-on by Green first, yeah. Yep, they called it. Yep, that's turned over. That's correct. Yeah, it was a knock-on by Kobus Wiese. He didn't see it. Yeah, it's the right call. Mods, be careful. Watch out for this bots coming in here. Yeah, Wiese never had his hands on that. He said he never saw it, but if you watch the replay, he signaled there was a knock-on. Crowd getting into the event. $15 tries and 17 red zone visits. Wow. Yeah, no, Paul de Villiers is brilliant. So glad he's with the Stormers. My goodness, young lady. Why don't you hide that pair? Here we go. Finally, we're ready. Clock's still ticking, 23:31. Once again, the Springboks making a lot of mistakes when they could be running up the score. This is the problem they've had this season so far. You cannot make these mistakes against France, Ireland, or the All Blacks. Warning both of the hookers about their break foot. Crouch, it's a scrum for Wales deep in their own territory on the far side of the pitch, east side of the stadium. Set! Ball's put in the pipe, and a big push from the Springboks again, but they get out of there quickly. Dan Edwards kicks it down the pitch. That's going to find touch and take some of the pressure off, but where's the mark going to be? Around 30 meters. No, I think our best number 6 is actually Dion Fourie. Unfortunately, he's injured again. 6 in the line-out for South Africa. They've won 5 of 6 lineouts. Wales has won both of their lineouts at this stage, 24 minutes into the contest. Yeah, there's actually a lot of empty seats. I can see it now. Very disappointing to turn out in Durban. So it's not even 40-something. Might be 38,000 looking at this. Lineout goes deep, and Peter Steph Dutoy comes down with it straight into a rolling maul. They pick up 5 meters immediately. Marks is the back with the ball. One stop. And Wales is holding tight there. And an advantage. Side entry against Wales. So the Bucks are playing an advantage now. Another advantage. They're going to be talked to about this most likely afterwards. Still driving forward. That maul is still going. They're inside the 22 now. Kobus Reinach trying to stay bound. How did he get the ball? He breaks away. He finds Dale Edney. Oh, man, a tough pass. Jesse Creel loses it forward. That was sloppy play by Cobus Reinach. Not his best performance there. He's talking to Mvusi Moyo, who's not getting the job done. Now Moyo's holding on to the ball. So Dylan Lewis called for the side entry. The tight head prop. Moyo kicks it to the corner. Let's see where the mark is. South Africa chance for a rolling maul and a try coming up. Cobus screaming for Jasper Wiese to get over there. It took him too long. Numbers. 6 at the line out. This is an 8-meter line out for 9-meter line out for South Africa. Malcolm Mark's doing much better this week than last week. That one goes to Ruben van Heerden again. They're into a maul, close to that touch line. It's not really going anywhere yet. Now they're driving forward. Oh, but they come unbound and dropping at the 5-meter line. Wales come away with the ball. My goodness, South Africa squanders another scoring opportunity. That's 4 times they've been down here close and have not come away with points. This is in jeopardy of starting to look like these previous games where they lose their semblance of order here. And I don't want to hear any excuses for the debutants. There's a lot of experience out there. I'm seeing Cobus Reinach, Gerhard Steenkamp, Peter Steph du Toit, Fosse even. That ball's caught in play by, is it Fosse over there? Gives it to Moy. No, there's Fosse. Fosse kicks it down the pitch. It's going to go around the 22. Fosse doesn't get it. He drops it. It's lost forward. Otherwise, it would have been a try by Peter Steph du Toit. It's lost again. Another opportunity squandered by the Springboks. 5 opportunities to score tries have gone a-begging. I think that halftime, Rossi needs to have a conversation, or some of these people need to find their way to the bench for underperformance. Unbelievable here, folks. Sloppy play. Yes, I know we have a lot of debutants. Let's see what we have in the lineup. Mvusi Moyo is a debutant. Yaku Williams is a debutant. Ruben van Heerden is a debutant. But the rest of this team is experienced. 3 starters are debutants. Yeah, first time that Rossi was a coach was back in 2018 in D.C., a game I attended here in the nation's capital in our Third World Stadium. And we squandered the game and lost to Wales. And a lot of debutants in that game. "27 minutes, going to reset this scrum." And Steenkamp has still got blood coming from his nose. I'm surprised they haven't called a blood bin on him. In the old days, they would have done that. Wales has won 4 of its 5 scrums. Surprisingly, despite the fact that the Springboks have dominated them. Crouch. Bind. Set. There's a big push by the Bucks. Wainwright is tackled by Cobus Reinach. A man twice his size. He throws it back 4 meters. But the Welsh retain possession. Thomas Williams trying to dig it out inside his 22 now. He kicks it down the pitch. That one can go into touch if it needs to be. Oh, and it's going to find touch easily. So where's the mark going to be? So that takes some of the pressure off. Wales relieves a bit of the pressure. South Africa squandering 5 opportunities thus far in the first 25 minutes to score a try. Knocking the ball on, knocking the ball on. Lots of knock-ons. Handling errors are deadly. Yeah, okay, it's a lot of empty seats, but there are a fair number of people there, particularly on the west side of the stadium. Darkness in South Africa. Here is Malcolm Marks, who's doing fine so far. That's good. Oh, nice. Cobus Wiese comes down with it. And carrying up to midfield is Paul de Villiers. Cobus Reinach runs in his own player but gets it away. Moyo kicks it high into the air, chases on. 3 players giving chase on the near side, including Jesse Creel. Oh, and it's lost backwards. Oh, is it going to be a knock-on? Oh, knock-on. Welsh dropped it. Wow. That was me. Is it Ellis me? So obviously Josh Adams not out there. Appreciate they put the names on the jerseys. Wow, he just dropped it. Yeah. Yep, just dropped that one. That's an unforced error, which the Welsh could ill afford. That's going to give the Springboks a scrum, and they can just roll over Wales now. Let's see what happens here. Approaching the 30-minute mark of the first half. This game is zipped by, ladies and gentlemen, but only 14 points. Springboks need a bonus point to keep pace with New Zealand, who picked up a bonus point today in a rolling victory. Bind over Ireland. Set. Cobus Reinach feeds the scrum. Oh, and a big push Big push by the Bucks. Now they have an advantage. They got their advantage. Kobish digs down. He finds space behind the official. Kobish down about 10 meters. He offloads to Peter Steph. He's going to go. Oh, what do we got here? What happened? What happened here? What happened? These Irish officials won't shut their cake hole. We're trying to hear the official. Shut your cake hole.
Yep. Take a scrum. Surprised?
Oh, why not take a scrum? All right, so Peter Steph Dutoy talked to Andrew Brace about a point. He's making a point, and Brace agreed with him. But the call was made the other way. So they kick to the corner, and it's not the best kick by Moyo. No, it's a terrible kick. From the 22, he only gets down to 10 meters. Oh, that could have been obstruction, yeah. Yeah, Paul DeVilliers obstructed, that's why. Yeah, he should have just fallen to the ground. Here's the line out. Success. Well, hit in the air, but somehow they come away with Jasper Visa with the ball. Visa bouncing off tackles, still bouncing off tackles. Finally, the fourth player tackles him. In front of the post they are now. They go to the outside. Is that Kobish Visa carrying? I can't see. Reinach. Went backwards. Nope, knock on. Oh, my goodness. Peter Steph Dutoy knocks on. Terrible pass. That's 6 times they've been down there inside 10 meters, and they turn it over again. Man, this is a mess. You know, Peter Steph Dutoy needs 2 more caps, and he'll reach his Centurion status. 2 more caps, and he'll be another Centurion for South Africa. Yeah, stop and start. Yeah, the Springboks got lots of handling errors. So it'll be Wales scrum. So let's see if Springboks going back. Wales have been inside the opponent's 22 once. South Africa 9 times and have come away with just 2 tries. That's not good. The ball is available. The whole thing collapsed. Why isn't Wales being called for collapsing the scrum? But they're not. It's kicked down the pitch. And and it's knocked on. Oh. Fossey knocks it on. No one within 30 meters of him, and he drops it. Oh, what's that? Punk Louis Rees-Zammit. Louis Rees-Zammit shoves him in the back. Fossey dropped the ball. My goodness. Oh, you're making Pannekoek. Okay. He just fumbled the ball. They've had Wales under pressure the entire game, and they can let Wales back into the game. What's Louis Rees-Zammit? Shoves in the back. What's that all about? Here we go. 33 minutes in the first half. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done it already. We appreciate your supporting the channel here. You don't have to be a member. You get this free live play-by-play and color commentary as well as interviews with former Springboks and rugby players from around the world. Ball's put into the scrum, dug out by Williams. Wales now on the attack, down to the 10-meter line. Tackles made there by Moya. Ball comes loose. Tomas Williams from his knees throws it. Wales driven back behind the 10-meter line. Tomas Williams gets good handle on it. Dowie Lake going down to about the 10-meter line again. Wales now trying to find something. They've not been a threat in this game. A ball bounces over there, and somehow it gets in the hands of Blair Murray, who's tackled. Far side of the pitch. Tomas Williams kicks it down over the top. That's going to go all the way to the try line. And they down it there. Oh. And Rees-Zammit hits him in the back again. Vusi Moyo. The guy who failed to make it into the NFL thought he could play for the New England Patriots, but he's back in Wales. So Fossey was hoping that ball would go out of play. So a goal line drop kick for the Springboks. Vusi Moyo from under his post. Kicks it down the pitch. Not a particularly good kick, only 26 meters. But, Kurt Leonsi can't get it. And they knock it on. Springboks knock it on again. How many knock-ons have they had this first half? Here's a kick. Looking for the corner. Oh, and they pin the Springboks back. Nice kick by Wales. That was Blair Murray, putting the Springboks down with about 35 minutes off the clock. Crowd has been pretty quiet so far. Nothing exciting here for about a half an hour. Well, 20 minutes anyway. Springboks line out from their own 10-meter line. Ruben van Heerden doing pretty well in his debut here. How many are in the line out? I don't know. Right now it's just 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4 guys in the line out. They go into... Was that Malcolm Mark? That didn't make any sense. Couldn't see who that was in the line out. Ball's available. Cobus Reinach from a ruck will dig it out from his 10-meter line, kicking it into touch. Not a great kick, but it'll take Wales outside the 22, and they'll have a line out themselves. 35-43 approaching the halftime, and this has not been a scintillating contest. We haven't seen a lot of points. I think it's time to make some changes here. David Wilmsen needs to come in the game. Yep. Marco van Staden perhaps too. Too many mistakes being made by these debutants. But Wilmsen should come in at fullback. Line out successful for Wales. They're driven backwards. They break free. Here they come to the 22. Inside the 22 comes Wales with Ben Thomas. Oh, but they knocked it on. Ball's loose. Kare got hit, and the ball came loose. So, scrum to the Springboks. Lots of handling errors. It's not wet out there. Just sloppy play by both sides, but especially by the Springboks with just 3.5 minutes remaining in the first half. What promised to be a scintillating high-scoring contest has turned into a bit of a sleeper here. Thank you for your subscription, Toka. Appreciate that. And thanks, everybody. If you're not a subscriber, please become one. Help us hit that 11,000 mark. Okay, mods. You got it. Good job. Good job. Thanks, CB. You're doing a good job there. YouTube needs to do something about these bots. So, scrum inside the 22. Fans wearing the proper Welsh jersey up in the stands. Set. Cobus Reinach will put it in. And scrum dominance is not translating into penalties for the Springboks. Now they're driving them backwards, not getting the call. Now they have an advantage finally. But he kicks it away. Going to come back for the advantage. Oh, standing up under pressure is the call. Standing up under pressure. Whoop, lost the microphone there. So excited. All right, here we go. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 14-0 in a game that's really gone to sleep on us. At least 7 opportunities inside the opponent's 22 for South Africa to score. Most of those within 5 or 10 meters. Very disappointing so far. Bram Karsten, thank you for your subscription. Appreciate you joining the crowd. All right, so Malcolm Marks is having a good day. Not very much unlike last week's disaster. That one's good. Touched in the air, but no call. Cobus Wiese gets it. There's Moyo over the middle. De Allende hands that ball off to Paul de Villiers, who's driven backwards at midfield. He places the ball. Cobus Reinach now. David de Allende found a little spot, but it closed down very quickly. Ball's available. And Cobus kicks it over the top, bounces at the 22. Oh, and just kept in play. It would have been 50-22, but picked up by Cobus himself. I think he went into touch. No, it's still live. Ball's rolling around on the turf. Finally picked up over there by Jasper Wiese. Springboks with the ball again. And Cobus Reinach thought he saw a gap there. Started going forward, but they caught him. We got a penalty here. Whew. What's going on here? What's the offside for? He's going to talk to the Welsh captain. This Irishman could shut his mouth for a minute.
I just had a word. You just need to get that point across now formally. Okay, set up offside number 3 there. Okay, and the back lines before. Yeah, please. Got to get that message.
Well, the Irish commentator finally shut his mouth so we could hear what Andrew Brace had to say. Thank you for that. Never onside. Well, it's easy enough because the ball's rolling around the pitch and we knew where onside was. So the Springboks will kick to the corner with a minute left here. One more chance to add a try. Not a great kick. Not a good kick at all. Down around 22. Thank you, Marzika Klopas, for becoming a subscriber. That was a great job. That might have been a 50-22 if he hadn't kept it in play. As it turns out, it comes back to the 22 anyway. So the Springboks now with less than a minute, 30 seconds remaining. Cobus Reinach, let's go wide on the outside. Moya puts it up the middle to Jesse Creel, but they won't let go of him. Jesse Creel is tackled at the 22. Cobus secures the ball. Paul de Villiers drives forward. Springboks need to get a try or at least a penalty conversion here. Cobus Visa charging through the middle again. Well, that's dangerously close to being forward there. Springboks are making space here. Jasper Visa now. He drives forward. An advantage. Oh, we're going to get a 5-meter line out. Worst case here. Cobus Reinach up the middle. There's the Hooter. Steenkamp down to 6 meters. Springboks now driving. David De Allende. Paul de Villiers into Wainwright's chest. 6 meters out. Bucks have an advantage here. And there's Cobus Visa, but he runs into 2 players immediately. 5 meters out now. They go back the other direction. It's tipped up in the air. Oh, look at Fossey with a great catch. He gets to Peter Steph. Toya cuts back inside. Avoids 2 tackles, 3 tackles. Down to the 3-meter line. The Bucks are close to that touchline. Ball's available. We're into extra time here. They come back to Fossey, who kicks it across. Are we still playing advantage? And it's picked up by Jesse Creel. It's a trial. It's a try, Jesse Creel. I think it's good because it went backwards. Woo! Jesse Creel at 40-40. His 23rd try in 90 caps. That's more like it. I think it's good because it looked like it went backwards. It did. And he picked it up. No defender there. So tough kick now here for the conversion. And once again, it's Yaku Williams who can't secure the ball in the air. Jesse Creel came over there and backed him up and secured it. Good job by Jesse Creel. Yaku Williams needs a talking to at halftime. Thank you, Bruno Rochust. Thank you for subscribing. 14 seconds on the clock from Moya. This will take us to halftime. And he misses the kick. Wide right. And that's halftime. Woo! My goodness. 19-0. Wales wasn't even in this game, and South Africa should be rolling, but they're not. Jesse Creel with a try. That's going to be the halftime, folks. And don't run off. We've got a treat for you now. This, of course, is Springbok Glory. And we'll be right back.
Under the southern sun, the green and gold shine bright. On the field of honor, they battle with all their might. From the scrums to the tries, they always find their way. Springboks rising higher day after day. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. From the dusty fields to the world stage they've roared. Legends carved in history, their spirit soared. In the hearts of a nation, they ignite the flame. Every tackle, every try, echoing their name. Springboks just win, win, win. They can't be denied. With the Webb Ellis Cup, they're filled with pride. The greatest rugby nation standing tall and true. Better than the rest in every test they pursue. Carry the hopes of a country like a chain. From the whistles blow to the final play, they prove
Springbok glory. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. There's a weather delay in Tbilisi, Georgia for the World Championship final, Junior World Championship between France and South Africa. I'm going to, since there's a delay, if the game is carried on after this, I'll do some bonus coverage and we'll start another stream because it'll be a break. It was going to be, part of this game would be over, part of that game would be over, but it looks like it's being delayed. So if that's the case, I'll cover the Junior Bucks. So I don't have the lineups. Let me see if I can get them because I don't know the Junior Buck players. Let me go see if I can get the lineups for that, and then we'll see. But the first half, rather disappointing. It's shocking to tell someone that your team has to pull up their socks, but the South Africans need to pull up their socks. This is not an impressive performance. Not an impressive performance. So I need to find the, hang on a second here. So looking for their lineups, see when they posted them here. Pierre Schoeman. Scotland was getting beat 17-7 in the second half. They came back to win that game. And I got a bonus point in that, so happy about that. All right, looking for the lineups here. Not finding them here. And the Griquas choked away a victory against the Western Province side in the Currie Cup yesterday. We did cover the second half of that game after we got it sorted out. Here we go. Here's Junior World Championships teams. Got the lineups here, okay, in Tbilisi. But that game is in a weather delay right now, folks. So nothing happening there. Yeah, still a weather delay. Yeah, so I'm just trying to say, I've got the lineups here. So that's USA, Argentina, Japan, Scotland, Georgia, Zealand, Italy. There's France. There we go. All right, that game is supposed to be underway in a couple minutes, but there is a weather delay. So I'm going to try to set a stream up for that right now. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Yeah, so this first half game was not impressive, folks. Was not impressive. Very disappointing, to say the least. Let me move this down here. Okay. What's this now? France versus South Africa is that game if it gets underway. Under 20. I need France now. Move that one over here. So this one should be over 11:30, 12, 1:30. So I'll put 13:30 on here. 13:30, which makes that 6:30, 18:30, and 19:30. Okay, there we go. I just need to fix a few things. This color's not right. Anyway, folks, this one's a bit disappointing, to say the least. Is it not? Are you disappointed? I know I am. I'm disappointed. This could be so much better. This could be so much better. Anyway, it's not. Oh, well, we'll make the best of it, eh? The music the DJ is playing at Kings Park is kind of annoying. I have to listen to that in the background. Come on. Anyway, I hope that you're enjoying this. I know I am not overly thrilled with the performance, but hopefully my commentary makes up for the disappointing performance by the Springboks. You know, it's hard to say your team is leading 19-0 at halftime. You're like, you're disappointed. Well, yes, we are. It's not an impressive performance thus far. So let me just, a couple more things here. There's a lot that I have to do to make this happen. So this is the Junior World Championship. Junior World Championship. Text. Anyway, appreciate everybody tuning in here. It's awesome to have you with me today. Let me reduce the size of this font. That'll help. A lot that I have to do to make this happen. Okay, there we go. That's looking a lot better now. I just need the France logo. It's amazing all the things you have to do to make this stuff happen. Now, France. Shouldn't have much in the way of France in my folder here. Well, actually, I do have a lot of stuff when I was in France for the World Cup. Okay. All right, I can't find it there, so I'm going to have to go online and get it. How are we doing over here? People still with us here? 417 people. Guys, the second half I think is going to be scintillating. I think the Springboks are going to come out and knock heads because Rossi has clearly got to be upset about that first half. Got to be upset about that. Okay, there we go. Images. No, I've got it. Just can't think of France Rugby. There we go. Come on. That's not what I wanted. Oh. That's what I wanted. Okay, why doesn't it? It is there. Oh my goodness. Why didn't it find that? There it is. Okay, got it. Well, that's really small. I'm going to have to make it bigger now. Okay, got it. All right, looks like we're going to be able to set that up then. And it's not the 11th. I changed the date to the 18th of July. There we go. It's the final. Okay, the second half, we'll see how it goes. It should be a lot better. There we go. Got it. Wow, look at all that. Took you guys, bear with me for about 5 minutes to make that. Okay, it's going to be... they're playing Queen in the background. All right, I got it now. Cool beans. Wow. Anybody still with me? Still a rain delay in that game. I wonder if they're going to kick it off there. My one boy at Argos and the other two watching Rugby and Friend. Cool. You missed the first part. Okay. Yeah, too many handling errors. I think Jaco's getting his... Yeah, Jaco ought to be getting his ass chewed out. He's been atrocious. Not bad, atrocious. I mean, being bad's one thing, but being atrocious is quite another. Quite another. I have to see if I have a France and South Africa marker. Let me do it this way, be the quickest way. Let me look here. I need to go to pictures. There's just so many different places I have things stored. Rugby arrows. Where's the arrows at? Come on. There they are, rugby possession arrows. I need to go for France. EFG, France, left to right, Springboks. There we go. I don't have to redo it then. I don't have to make these then. I got it. I can use this one for it. The same one twice. That's weird. I have to fix that then. I don't have the other one. Are we getting ready for second half? Yeah, not yet. Players aren't coming out yet. So I do have to go make one of these things. I have to go find the previous one. How did I screw that up? I did the same one. Oh, I know. I'm looking in the wrong place. Maybe it's there. Springboks left to right. Springboks left to right versus France. Yeah, there it is. That's when I started doing this early on. Okay, cool. I got it. So I don't have to make those. Those things are done. Just got to bring them into the stream. Still a weather delay. That's unfortunate. Okay. Second half not ready here yet, folks. More pyrotechnics. I wish they quit letting these pyrotechnics off. Actually, the west side of the stadium looks pretty full. The east side is mostly full, so maybe it is in the 40,000s attendance here. There just seemed like a lot of empty seats when the game started. But we're not ready for the second half yet. The South Africans have got to come out and play with much more ball control, much better handling. Pancakes. Wales back out on the pitch. Did they change jerseys at halftime? They're wearing red jerseys now. Or are those warm-ups? The Wales come out with a little trickery here. Change their jerseys. Like the Pumas do. No, that's not them. That's warm-up jerseys. Okay, the team's still in the locker room. I was going to say. Didn't make any sense. I don't know if the World Rugby game is going to be delayed or canceled. But it is in a weather delay now. So... to wait and see. Boy, Dewey Lake looks knackered, man. Sitting down on all fours. Is he out of the game? Is he injured? He's not with his teammates talking. But Wales is not really in this game. It should be like 50-0 at this point, but South Africa just keeps cocking everything up. Who is stocking up on booze? We're ready for the second half. South Africa was from left to right in that first half, so let's switch that around. It's going to be Wales from left to right now in the second half. 3 tries in the first half. Jasper Wiese, 4.5 minutes in the game. Then Cobus Reinach, 13:35. And Jesse Creel after the hooter went off. Wales making their way out of the locker room now. Very interesting crowd in Durban. Indians, black folks, white folks. Lots of Springbok fans. Ethnicity not a factor. Good to see. All right, Bucks are back out now too. Too much sloppy play, and we need Kurtley Arnsey to come. Someone cut him loose. He's got an anchor around him. Kurtley Arnsey. I see Yaku Williams is still out there, despite an atrocious first half on debut. He was terrible. I'd like to see the ratings that News 24 gives to the players afterwards. He should get a 2.5 at this stage. And that's not my anti-Shark attitude. That's just a statement of fact. He's been atrocious. To the 519 people currently here, thanks for tuning in. It's time for the second half. We're about to get underway here from Kings Park in Durban, where the Springboks, despite having a 19-0 lead, look very poor. They were inside the 22 7 or 8 times here. Well, 10 times inside the 22 and scored just 3 times. Yeah. The iconic Kings Park with that near vertical climb on the east side of the stadium where the stands are looking down like they're about to fall to their deaths. It's an interesting spot. I've sat over there in the sunshine against the Cheetahs one day for a Curry Cup game. It was brutal. And since then, I've learned my lesson. Always buy my tickets on the west side of the stadium, whether it's daytime or nighttime. Seats are much more graduated, a much better view. Well, I don't know if it's a better view, but I prefer the view. All right, Wales is back out. Springboks are back out. Looks like no changes in the lineup coming out of the locker room. And we've got Wales from my left to right now at Kings Park. You're very welcome. Yep. Here we go. East Coast of South Africa, Vusi, who's been had a mixed bag so far in this game. That's going to go to the far side and almost into touch. It's caught right on the touch line over there by Wales. Good job. And we're underway for the second half. 3 tries in the first half, but Wales with possession. Still got a weather delay on that other game. We'll keep you updated on that. Use it as the call. And Thomas Williams over the top box kick. That's going to go to around, I didn't go very far actually at all. Knocked backwards, then picked up by the Springboks. Hand off to Cobus Wiese. He gets to the outside. There goes Yaku Williams all the way for a try. Yes, Yaku Williams. I rode his back for being so poor in the first half, and he comes out at 40-40 and scores a try in the second half. Yes. Woo! Woo! My goodness. Yaku Williams with a try on debut. That's why he's there. Woohoo! Some great work by the Bucks. Knocked backwards by Wales. Cobus Wiese gets at the Yaku at the 22. He goes all the rest of the way by himself. And a nice dive across the line. Nice try. And South Africa's on the board again. That's more like it. That's more like it. Yaku Williams. Here's the kick. And the flags go up. And there's the bonus point for South Africa. Now, people are going to say, how do they score two seconds apart? That's because Jesse Creel scored in extra time that first half. All right, so 26-0 now, and a bonus point for South Africa. Now it's time to just open the floodgates. 26-0. Start inside the 22. South Africa picks it up there. Ruck is formed. Cobus comes over to dig the ball out. Call to use it already. He's got it. Take him back. And that ball is going to go to about the 10-meter line. It bounces. Nobody's there. Paul de Villiers comes down with it just short of midfield. And there they go. Right up the middle goes Jacques Williams. He gets a bad pass, though. He got overly excited there. He saw big numbers, but he messed up. 16, 17, 23 for 13. Some changes in Wales' lineup out here. I didn't see it. And Fossey kicks it from his 7-meter line, looking for touch. He finds touch. Where's the mark going to be? So Joe Hawkins comes in for Max Llewellyn for Wales in the outside center. And then Ryan Elias comes in at hooker for Davy Lake. And then Nicky Smith comes in for loosehead prop. I don't know if Ben Warren came in. I didn't see. What will happen there? A little too quick. They hadn't formed the line out, and they threw it in. 43-15 in the... Here we go. Oh, that's Ryan Elias. Uncontested. Wales comes down with it. Oh, an advantage for touching a player on the air. That was just dumb. They didn't challenge it, but then they tackled the guy before he hit the ground. So Wales with an advantage. And it's lost backwards by Fossey, but we're going to come back for the advantage, I think. Fossey, sloppy play. Early contact. Yeah, they call that now, but the Springbok's been hitting the air every time. It's never been called once. I mean, Ruben van Heert has literally been mugged while in the air. And they finally call this one where the guy is hit before he hits the ground. He wasn't hitting the air, though. 20-point difference. I picked 25. Right now, I'm 1 point off. So I picked South Africa by 25. Let's see at the weather delay. Still a weather delay. Oh, yeah. His feet, I mean, just like literally an inch from the ground, and 3 Springboks drove forward. Could have just a split second waited longer. So Wales now will put themselves in position to get rid of this goose egg that's up on the scoreboard. Adam Beard down there. Here's a line out. Elias goes in, uncontested this time. Over the middle, Tomas Williams. Wales sees something on the outside. Ben Thomas dancing around, but he gets nothing there. Back to the outside. Inside the 22 is Wales now. Peter Steph has to duck his head so he doesn't get called for being offside there. Nicky Smith with a carry for Wales. Ben Thomas again. He loses it backwards. Picked up back there by Blair Murray. Murray gets it, and there's a little bit of discombobulation going on here by Wales, but it's working to their advantage. They go on the outside. There's space out there, thrown over the top, waiting for it on the wing. But there is the Springbok defense. They push him backwards to the 22. Driving forward, Wales try to get something going here. Jack Morgan, nothing much to it. Over the middle, nice pass there, good spin, but just back to the 22 comes Elias. Thomas Williams to Joe Hawkins, who just came in the game. Hawkins is tackled, driven back behind the 22. Oh, picking. Oh, look at that. Nice work by Thomas Williams. He nearly dances free, but the Springboks adjust. Wales is getting nothing here. Oh, it runs into a Springbok. Kick forward by Fossey. Nice kick by Fossey. It's going to go all the way back to the 10-meter line. Takes all that pressure off. And pursuit by the Springboks forces Blair Murray to return the kick. And that's going to be caught in the air back there by Moyo at the 17-meter line. He'll kick it forward. And it's dropped, but wins go backwards by Wales. Kicked into the air. Chases on. Springboks are just kind of standing around. And it's bouncing. Nobody touched it. Ooh, and then Paul de Villiers went for a tackle without the ball. Jack Morgan has a big carry over there, but he runs into the wall called Jasper Visa, and he's tackled. Back we come this direction with it. Wales now. A lot of frenetic play out there, but no real territorial advantage being gained by either side. Van Heerden trying to get out of the way. Come on, he was held in. What kind of bullshit penalty is that, Andrew Brace? He held him in. Going to come back for the penalty. And 2 Welsh players are down grabbing their socks. Ruben van Heerden called for not rolling away. But he was rolling away. They grabbed him and held on to him. So Wales gets a break there. Call against Ruben van Heerden. Penalty. Folks, be sure to hit that like button if you haven't done it. If you're not a subscriber, why don't you join us right here? It's free. Doesn't cost anything. We're approaching that 11,000 mark. Oh, we hit 11,000 subscribers finally. It took donkey years to get there. Thank you. Wow. All right, here we go. Here's a kick to the corner. You know, I haven't done a prepared video since last year on the 29th of August because nobody's watching them. Just a live broadcast. Oh, here comes a bomb squad for South Africa. My goodness, who's coming in? Wilco Lowe's coming in. Who else? I can't see who else is coming in. 17-18. Cobus Visa comes out. Ben Jason Dixon comes in for him. And Vusi Moyo's out of the game too. So Monty Libak will have come in for him. I think that's a good decision. Overthrown by Wales. Ball's bouncing. Picked up by Monty Libak, who just came in the game. Secures possession, and that's the end of the Welsh threat. Oh, but holding on to the ball. Oh, grabbing somebody around the neck. So they give the ball up right there. So they give it right back to Wales on a stupid penalty. So I can't see who all in the front row is in there, but Ben Jason Dixon came in for Cobus Visa, who had a brilliant game. Leaves the 47-minute mark. They're going to do tap and go. Welsh, tap and go. There they go. Down to 5 meters, and they're met down there. Look at Jan. Oh, bottom carry. Wells at 5 meters out. Oh, driven backwards over there by Monty Libak. They're on the outside. Jack Morgan tackled over there by Jan Hendrik Vesels, who's in the game. And another advantage. Down the sideline they go. Is he in? No, he lost it. But they were playing advantage. Wales is at the line but lost the ball. So at least Jan Hendrik Vesels, Wilco Low, Ben Jason Dixon, Monty Libak came into the game. I don't see if Andre Hugo Fente came in. Wales, 3 meters out. Close to that touchline on the far side of the pitch, the east side of the stadium. They come back to the inside. Another advantage. They're going to have to talk to the captain here. A lot of advantages here. South Africa's going to get a card if they keep this up. Wilco Low gets back onside. Oh, Peter Steph-Toy went offside. Not called for it. Oh, Kurtley Arnsey with a big hit. Stops Blair Murray in the middle of the pitch. He was wide open, but Kurtley came out of nowhere. Zamet tackled by Jesse Creel in the middle of the pitch around 18 meters. Another penalty. Still an advantage. Back to the 22. Ball bounces on the turf to the outside. Wales still with possession, but they're going nowhere. Going to come back for the penalty advantage. Springboks rush back there so don't get a quick tap and go on them. Okay, he wants to go talk to them, yeah. Play. He wanted to have a word with the Springboks, and he said, nope, just play. The official didn't stop play. Let them keep their momentum. That was nice of him, Andrew Brace. Wales trying to get something going here 5 meters out. Next one's going to be a card, I'm pretty much sure of it. He might not be able to because he doesn't have a chance to warn them. Okay, here we go. Now we're getting a card or a warning. Oh, Wales off their feet. All that work, and they turn it over 3 meters out. Wow, not releasing the ball. Paul de Villiers with a jackal.
Okay, I need discipline when we're down here, okay? When we're down here, yeah, on the goal line. No, that was space. That was a space warning, yeah.
All right, so Andrew Brace warns Peter Steph-Toy. Monty Libak kicks to the sideline. So here we go. All right. Lots of changes in that lineup. I don't think Andre Hugo Venture's out there yet, so we'll see if Malcolm Marks remains in the game because it'll be a line out for South Africa now, and I'll see that. Can we get to the lineup, please? I don't know why we're watching from the tri-zone. We didn't see the line out. It's successful. Why am I getting a tri-zone camera? What the hell? Get your act together. Still don't know if Malcolm Marks is out there. I couldn't see it. Stupid freaking coverage. Who wants to watch a try from 100 meters or 300 meters away? Line. There you go. Ben Jason Dixon comes away with it. Knocked on by Cobus Reinach. It's an offside penalty, I guess. You played it when the ball went backwards. How can that be offside? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. How can it be offside? He had to play it. The ball's on the turf. It was knocked backwards. You don't just stand there and watch the opponents pick the ball up. What kind of penalty is that, Andrew Brace? Oh, okay. It wasn't called on Cobus Reinach. It was called on Wilco Low, who was in front of him. Yeah, okay, that's fair. still. Cobus Reinach is going out of the game now. He'll be replaced by Herschel Yankees, who hasn't played in donkey years. Welsh with the ball after a lineout. Their lineouts have been pretty successful today. 52 minutes off the clock. One stop, it's going nowhere. An advantage. Knock on. Springboks have it. Paul de Villiers. Herschel Yankees' first touch gets the ball over into the hands. It is Andre Hugo Fenter. He is in the game. Springboks retain possession. Rushing up here. There's Monty Libbik coming up to play scrum half. Where's Yankees at? Oh, he was underneath the ball. Herschel Yankees to dig it out. Ball's available. He sends it back inside at 22. Kick by Monty Libbik's got to stay in play. Chases over here. Louis Rees-Sama is with it, and he's got it. Kirtley goes up with him, but he gets a nice tackle on him. Good job by the Bucks. Ball bounces out of there. Oh, Herschel nearly got it. Oh, it's picked up by Peter Steph Dutoy. They've got him around the neck. There's a high tackle. Playing an advantage. The Springboks are. Here we go. Outside. Oh, it's intercepted. Going to come back for the advantage. That was a poor pass. It was a high tackle there. My goodness. Now it's getting exciting. Vusi Moyo's still out there. He didn't come out of the game. So who came out of the game for Monty Libbik? I thought Moyo came out. He's still in the game. Where did he move? To the wing? Interesting. So who came out? Is Jesse Creel gone? Let me see. I got to start looking for players, see who's missing, because they never announced who that was. Nations Championship has the dumbest logo ever. No, Creel's still out there. I see it on the replay. And Dan Lende's still out there, so it isn't either one of them. Kurt Lee is still out there. It's not him. Did Fosse leave the game? Maybe Fosse left the game. We've got a South African. Marco van Staden comes in for Jasper Wiese. There's a change there. Had a great game, Jasper Wiese did. So Escom comes in for him. And there's some changes. Thomas comes in. Freddie Thomas comes in. Ben Warren in for Dylan Lewis. That changes that whole front line row. Okay. Andre Hugo Fenter from 6 meters for the Springboks. A chance to add to their score. This one's challenged. And Ruben van Heerden is hitting the air again, but no call. They come over. Fenter's at the back. Does he have the ball yet? He has it. Now they go forward. It's collapse. How about a penalty for collapsing the ball? Ball squirts out the back. Fenter picks it up. Andre Hugo Fenter driving close to the touchline. He's in a touch. No. Oh, finally goes into touch. And it's going to be a Wales ball. Is there a penalty before that? So trying to see exactly what the call was here. Oh, it's actually off a Welsh player's foot. Wales is getting the lineup. What the heck? From 5 meters, they go deep. And nearly intercepted by Herschel Yankees, who goes way into the air, but Wales comes back with it. Brilliant job by Yankees. He's one of the shortest guys on the pitch. 55 minutes off the clock. 26-0. The ball is going to go down the field. Taken by Kirtley at the 45-meter line. Over the middle. Fosse's still out there, too. He gets tackled. Ball's available. Herschel Yankees to Paul de Villiers to Monty Libbik, who cuts back inside. Libbik tackled. Yankees, that's good shot to Cressy Creel, who has no choice but to send it back because he's on the touchline. And David De Allende with a carry now. Yankees. He gets it to Vesels. He goes forward. Springboks now building some pressure. Vilko Low, he's a train in there. He drives forward, tackle just outside the 22. Herschel Yankees to Libbik, to Fosse, who kicks it forward, and he gives it away. Goes into touch. What was that? Put a little too much mustard on that one. 4 tries for Springboks, 56 minutes off the clock. Let me check in on the other game. It's still a weather delay according to this. Wow. Let me just double check, make sure that's true. The must be really bad weather in Georgia. Oh, boy. It's now a half hour after the game was supposed to start. Still a weather delay. Wales with the ball at their 22. Call to use it. Tomas Williams sends it down the pitch. That's a long kick. Taken back there by Kirtley at his 30-meter line. Here comes Fossey. He'll hoist it. Kirtley gives chase. It's knocked backwards by Wales. And it's in touch. It'll be a Springbok ball from the 25-meter line. All right. Another chance to get something in here. Another chance to put something in. 57:08. Haven't got the numbers right for the line out as Andre Huga-Fenta gets ready to throw it in. So Andrew Brace is complaining with both teams. He stopped the game. He said, be clear on the numbers. We're not playing game 7 in the line out. So South Africa puts 7 in the line out. And they go short to Ben Jason Dixon. The Yankees. Paul de Villiers does the dummy. Gets it back to Kirtley Arnsey, who crosses the 22. Ball's available. South Africa needs to score here to rack up some points. Points make a difference in this championship, so you want to score as many points as possible. Right now they have a 26-point advantage. 30 or 40 would be fantastic. Ben Jason Dixon. Lots of players all gathered in this one spot on the pitch. Ball's available. Yankees trying to dig it out. He does. To Vilko Low. He goes forward, crawling on the ground, but be careful there. Advantage. Andre Huga-Fenta tackled. Springboks playing an advantage. Go to the other side. Monty Libba kicks it to the wing. Oh, what a great. That's forward and lost. Cressy Creel couldn't reel it in, but we were playing an advantage. Jesse Creel could not reel that in. He would have got himself a brace of tries there. Time off. Is somebody injured? Uh-oh.
I know 2 quick penalties in the last 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay, I gave a warning to Dewi in the first half. Yeah. I know there's been improvement. Yeah. Okay, next one around space is going to go to the bin. Okay, thanks, sir. That's formal. Yeah.
No, when they're cleaning, the same penalise us in the 22. They're going over the ruck, stopping us and getting over the ball.
I'm not seeing that. Yeah, I'll look at it now, but I'm not seeing that as the issue. Get the message across, next one goes to the bin.
Jack Morgan.
All right, Andrew Brace getting control of the game. Just told Peter Steph that the next time they get a penalty down there, they're going to the bin. So I think that what you want to do is get yourself a scrum here, win the scrum, get a penalty on them. Eat, sleep, rugby. I love that T-shirt. That's well done. 621 people currently here. Be sure to hit that like button, folks, if you haven't done it. Join us for this free live play-by-play color commentary on this Springbok test match. And it looks like they're getting ready to... Are they leaving? What's going on over there? I can't tell if they're going back inside to Tbilisi. It's still raining over there. So at least now I can see it. Game starts at 9:06, 9:15. I don't know what time is that? So that game is at 21:15. So I don't know whose 21:15 that is. Wow. So, yep. Fossey's off, and so is Jasper Wiese. I thought he left already. So Fossey's off. Who came in to replace him? Willemse comes in for Fossey. New fullback. Okay. Yankees puts it in the pipe, and the Springboks driving forward. They got a penalty advantage. Is somebody going to the bin? There goes Herschel Yankees. Not held. He gets up, goes 6 meters out. Paul de Villiers cuts it back inside, down to 4 meters. Bucks threatening here, playing an advantage. Yankees looking for the ball. Pick and go by the Bucks. Peter Steph 3 meters out. Ball's available. They nearly called a penalty there. Herschel Yankees looking for players. He's got Ruben van Heerden. Would be great to get it on debut. He's tackled 4 meters. In front of the post, Vilko Low, 2 meters. The Bucks, pressure's mounting. On the verge. Yankees goes wide to Creel. Creel looking for a brace. Yankees. And de Villiers loses the ball. Going to come back for the advantage. And there's going to be a card here, I think. for the scrum. We're going to come back. Collapse under pressure. Okay, no card. You want a scrum? Springboks want a scrum. Oh, they're going for the corner. Finally, an Afrikaans song. There's no yellow. Finally got some Afrikaans music playing in Durban. Not exactly the heart of Afrikanerland. Yeah, it's hard. The Irish commentators saying it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear the official when the music starts playing from the DJ. Dude, it's hard to hear the official when you keep talking all the time. Irony of his statement there. 645 people currently here. Hit the like button if you don't mind, folks. Score looks good, but it needs to look great. 20 minutes left in this contest. 61-06. Springboks are going to kick to the corner to the east side of the stadium. Monty Lubeck looking for a 5-meter line out. Let's not cock this one up. Okay, he kept it, but it won't be a 5-meter line out. It's going to be like an 8-meter, 9-meter line out. Not the best kick, but at least he didn't muff it. All right, here we go. Clock is restarted. Springboks, how many in the lineup? Because he's starting to get irritated how many people are in the lineup. So Andre Hugo Fento will throw this one in. Malcolm Marks had a very good game at hooker. Good rotation of people. Everyone's got in the game for South Africa now. There's the toss. They got it. They came down with it. Ruben front here again. And the ball's rolling forward. 5 meters, 4 meters, 3 meters, 2 meters, 1 meter. They're over! And it's... Is it a try or held up? Held up? How can you see that held up from there? They didn't score that try? What the heck? How is that not scored? How do you not score in a maul like that? You obliterated them. I want to see a replay of that. No try. I want a replay on that. I want my money back. How the heck does that happen? Wow. Here's the kick. It bounces it to midfield, taken there by Marco van Staden. Eskom charges up the middle. He puts the lights out for the Welsh. That's why they call him Eskom. Yankees. Delende, Libok. David Willemse's first touch of the game. He's on the loose. Willemse down to 26 meters. Oh, down the wing. Here they come. Yaku Williams on debut back into Hershey Yankees. It's going to be a try. Boca, Boca, Boca. Hershey Yankees. Woo! Woo! Hershey Yankees. Yaku Williams now coming into his own after a terrible first half. Great pass back to Yankees from that touchline. Great work by as was about to be tackled, but he could have gone all the way. But unselfish. Well done. Hershey Yankees with a try. Wow. That's more like it. There's the kick. Monty Lubeck misses the kick. 31-0. I had South Africa by 25 points. Highbo, yep. 31-0. Yankees with a try. Been a while since I've seen him score a try wearing the green and gold. Yaku Williams, terrible first half, but earning his Springbok jersey in the second half. And David Willemse got all that started. Well, it won't be noticed on the score sheet. Marco van Staden is just getting up on the pitch. He was down. Bonus point here. Tommy Rafael comes in for Alex Mann. What's going on? Uh-oh. 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 Gonna get a card here. Wales 18, shoulder to head. We could see a card coming here.
18 is Ben Warren.
At the screen all.
Replacement tight head prop at Ben Warren. Okay, we're waiting for the video. Where's the video?
Nothing on the screen.
Yeah, there's nothing on the screen. 64 minutes, 19 seconds into here. Could see a yellow card coming. If Wales lose a player here, they're going to get demolished.
How's it coming now?
Here it is. Yeah, this is why Marco van Stappen was on the ground for so long. Oh, yeah, that's a card for sure. He's upright, charged right into his, yeah. He doesn't make any effort to go down. He throws his shoulder into him. That should be a yellow card, red card review.
Direct head contact there,
Yeah. Yep, that's going to be a card. That's a yellow card for sure. Ben Warren.
Yeah.
It looks chest sliding up.
No, it's a yellow card. He turned his shoulder into him. That's what the deciding factor is here. Not sliding
I
up.
think I agree with you. I think that's chest up.
Just queuing up.
I don't agree. You commentators are full of crap.
Clearly
It
direct.
is foul play because 18 is upright. It is indirect, but it's still head contact. Meets yellow card threshold, goes for off-field review.
There you go. Right call.
So indirect to start at the chest, but it does.
Yeah, there's no arms tackle, too. That's the key distinction there. Yellow card, Ben Warren. I don't know why these Irish commentators are pulling this crap. Off-field review. It's the right call. I don't think it's going to be a red card, off-field review, but it's definitely a yellow card. Time is back on. Now South Africa has a man advantage. Jason Dixon gets the ball. Bit of a mess here on the ground. Who's got the ball? Yankees looking for it. He's got it. Call to use it. Yankees still got a Welsh player in his way back there. Finally gets out of the way. Kicked over the top. The Welsh lose it. Louis Rees-Zammit can't get it. And it's a knock-on. Springboks have the ball. Here they go. A man numerical advantage. A kick forward by Jesse Creel. Oh! Blair Murray just got there. Jesse Creel was headed for a try, and Murray came out of nowhere. And it's lost forward. Oh, my goodness. Jesse Creel, you could see him tasting. He was licking his chops, going, there's a try. And Blair Murray came out of nowhere to pick that ball that he kicked forward. It was a brilliant kick by Jesse Creel. Right off his foot. Brilliant work. And he's got a chase on, but there comes Murray out of nowhere. But he causes Murray to lose the ball forward. So Springboks will have the ball in a scrum here. Yep, he definitely lost that forward. Yep. Good eyes by the official there. Couldn't see it from my camera angle, which is too far away. So South Africa has a scrum here. Oh, gosh. This nonsense going on at the stadium. Trying to milk the Madiba magic here. A country that's betrayed his ideals. All right, here we go. 700 people currently here. Be sure to hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done it already. We'd appreciate that. It's free. Costs you nothing but a moment of your time to hit that like button. All you do is reach down and hit that like button. It's so easy.
That was easy.
See? Easy to do. Hit the like button. Ben Thomas is out. They had to take him out so they could do a scrum. And Lewis is back in. Springboks have an advantage on the scrum. Yankees digs it out. Lubbock to De Allende. Here comes Damien Villemse. Gets it on the way to Kirtley Arnsey. At the 22, cuts back in. Kirtley's on the loose. Kirtley down to 7 meters. Yankees gets tackled. Picks up and goes. Throws the ball away. Oh, there was nobody there. Jesse Creel was not in the right spot. Kirtley was counting on Jesse Creel to be there. We're going to come back for the advantage, though. My goodness, that was exciting for nothing. 7 minutes, 37 seconds on the yellow card, which is under review for red card. I don't think it should be a red card, but it should be a yellow card for sure. Collapsing the scrum. We're going to come back. Springboks in a kick for the corner, most likely here. 13 minutes remain. 67 minutes off the clock on my mark. 13 minutes left on the game clock. 67 minutes off. 31-0. South Africa, much better performance in the second half, but have only scored the 2 times. Kick to the corner by Monty Libbik. Let's see what the mark is. Crowd looking pretty good there. They got their mobile phones at the 67-minute mark. There's all the Bucks sitting in the stands over there, the injured ones. Tony Brown will be leaving the Springboks after the World Cup, going to New Zealand. And the scrum is, what's going on here? They come away with it. Oh, yeah, Andre Hugafente down to 4 meters. The Bucks now threatening again. Let's not screw this up. Wessels, 3 meters. And Paul de Villiers is playing scrum half there. Peter Steph Dutoy back to 5 meters. Several phases here. Yankees is back in there. Libbok, he gets it wide. Curtly, Arnse, yay, Bo! Try! Curtly Arnse in the corner. Woohoo! Now we can have fun. Curtly, finally. His 25th try in 32 test matches. Can you imagine if he ever got to 100? He'd beat the all-time try record if he got that many chances, but he's getting up there in years now. Curtly with a great try. 25 tries in 32 matches. Wow, Curtly Arnse, great stuff. Finally got him on the board. And Monty, another chance to make a kick here. It remains a yellow card. So I missed a kick again. So the kick is missed again. Seven tries and 9 tests. It doesn't seem like that. So 36-0 with about 10 minutes left in the game. Let me check in on that final. Okay, looks like the junior championship is underway here. I'm going to cover that game here, folks. They're about ready to start. France, almost an hour, 45-minute delay. France and South Africa for the Junior World Championship. The reigning champions, the Springboks, Junior Bucks. Herschel Yankees over the top. Ball's bounced backwards. Wow. Louis Reese, we're waiting. What's going on here? Come on, guys. Here's a line out by Andre Hugafente. Successful, not challenged, fun here. And he's having a good game on debut. And going forward is Fenter. Ball pops loose. Springboks get it out. Paul de Villiers. There's Ruben van Heerden charging up the middle. Nice carry by him. And lost forward. So we're going to have the Junior World Championship after this, folks. I'm just setting it up. Time on. Clock is ticking. Let's go, boys. My goodness. I'm looking for a rugby unit. That's the one I want here. So stick around with us, folks. You get transferred over that. All right, we got that one set up. Crowd's dancing, enjoying this one. Bonus point victory for Springboks here, but a shutout would be magic. Just 8 minutes remain. Scrum from the Welsh 10-meter line. Set. Ball's available, and the Springboks have it. Monty Libick on the outside. Ooh, there's a high tackle. No call. Ball's available. Yankee's going to kick it over the top. Chase is on. Who's going to get there? Oh, they take the mark inside the 22. Not the best decision. All right, so that's going to get them back. Wales kicks it down the pitch, and it's going to be taken in play over there. Is it by Willemse? Gets it to Damon De Allende. De Allende looking for Kurtley Arnse, but instead he's going to kick it to the wing. Chase is on. Who's going to get there? Oh, and it goes into touch. Jesse Creel can't quite get there. So it'll be a Wales line out here. Let's get it set up to transfer to that next game here, folks. All right, so making good use of everything here. France versus Junior Springboks, the Junior World Championship on the line. That game is underway now. 3 minutes into it, 0-0 is the score. So back to our game. 6 tries for South Africa. We'll hang around for the man of the match after this. 800 people currently here. Hit the like button, folks, if you don't mind. Here's the line out from Ryan Elias. Throws it in. And Wales comes away with it. James Botham in the lineup. When did he come in? From the Leinster Tigers. Here's a kick, and they've replaced the scrum half as well. So Ruben Morgan-Williams is in there. Willemse up in the air, but what's the whistle for? Never onside for Wales. Or is it for South Africa? Ruben van Heerden called for being offside. Okay. Shame. Willemse did a good job on the high ball there. 6 minutes remain on the clock at my mark. Yeah, Thomas Williams is out of the game. And we have 6 minutes remaining. So, changes here. Never onside. What do you mean never onside? That's a legitimate effort. No, that's crap. 5 in the line out. All right, here we go. Penalties conceded. South Africa had a whole bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 earlier in this half. And now they've had just 1 in the last 20 minutes, which is much better. And that was it right there. Welsh line out here now with approaching. Oh, they go deep into the hands of James Botham, and Wales over top the ball is Paul de Villiers. He wins it. Jackal. Boca. Paul de Villiers with another jackal, a la Dion Faria out there. Not releasing the ball. Penalty against them. Well done. So Monty Libick will kick for territory here. Hendo, put the link up for the next one, although people from here will go to it automatically. Here's the link for the Juniors Championship. That's after this. Ball's kicked back down the pitch. And it's going to go in the hands of Monty Libick at his 35-meter line. He's going to kick it high into the air. Willemse giving good chase here. He lost it forward. Yankees, I think it was lost forward. Yeah, it was lost it forward. Less than 5 minutes. Yeah, Willemse lost it. Yankees wasn't sure, and the whistle blew. And looks like it might stop. Oh, it's Neil Diamond with approaching 800 people on here. Come on, folks, hit that like button. Sweet Caroline. Paul de Villiers, 17 carries, 25 meters, 8 tackles. He's won 2 turnovers. Neil Diamond playing at Kings Park in Durban, down the east coast of South Africa. Wales come to town and getting obliterated at the moment. South Africa, these points make a big difference. That'll put them ahead of New Zealand most likely, with 3 bonus point victories in the first 3 rounds. But it gets tougher in November when they go on the road to Europe. Crouch. Bind. Set. And a Springboks drive forward. Big push, no penalty. There's a kick by Joe Hawkins to the wing. Great kick. Oh, and it runs right into David Willemse's leg. Willemse's on the loose. He's inside the 22. Cuts back inside. Oh, and a poor pass. He offloads to Damon De Allende. He puts it around his groin, and it's too low, and it's turned over. Willemse, poor pass there. Wow, great work, but then he turns it over. 3.5 minutes remaining on the clock, 36-0. In the Junior World Championships, let's check in on that. It's 0-0. It's 6:29 in the game in Tbilisi, Georgia, and everything's soaking wet out there, folks. It is soaking wet out there. Yep. All right. What the heck am I looking for here now? That's what I want right there. Crowd is dancing, having a great time in Durban, folks. They're really having a great time. So I'm going to get these things lined up here. It's the Under-20 Championship, Junior World Championship underway in Tbilisi, Georgia. The final, France and South Africa, scoreless at about 8 minutes into the contest. And you'll be directed to that after we're done here. We'll catch the rest of that game. So we got the clock still ticking. I'm not sure what we're waiting on here. It's taking a while to get the scrum started. Bind. Quick tap and go. And the South Africans got Jesse Creel, intercepts that pass, gets it to Libick. Monty Libick, low pass to Damon Phillips. He does a good job securing that thing. Got to be careful being off their feet. Springboks now with just 2 minutes left in the game. Yankees over the middle. Van Heerden, one more try would be brilliant. Jesse Creel on the outside, kicks it through. Is he looking for that corner? Oh, and Wales coughs it up and they knock it out. It's going to be a Springbok ball from 5 meters. Oh, the pressure by the Boks are going to get him a line out 5 meters out and a chance to run the score over 40. Oh, Pieter-Steph du Toit put pressure on here and it was lost. Great work by Pieter-Steph du Toit. Man, oh man. With just a minute and a half left in this game, Springboks get a chance to pad that lead and push out to 40 points. They're going to get a rolling maul here as long as the line out's successful. Wow, this is something, folks. Exciting stuff here from the East Coast. Can they get it to work here? Here we go. It's good. Van Heerden comes down with the maul, goes forward. They muffed it up last time by being held up. They're 1 meter out. They're over. They've got the try. Boka in the last minute of that contest. South Africa goes across again. And a chance for Monty Libick to miss a third kick. Monty never gets it through the post. Libick has a chance to get a third miss here. 79-08 is when that one goes across. I didn't see who scored it. Pile of bodies there. Was it Paul de Villiers? He's credited with 3 caps, his first try ever. That's amazing. Wow. Paul de Villiers. Man, oh man, oh man. Chance for Monty Libick to miss his third kick. But he makes that one. Son of a gun. The hardest kick he's had, he makes. And it's 43-0 with 15 seconds on the clock. This is more like it. Yeah, man of the match is Paul de Villiers, no doubt. And the try is icing the cake for him. There's the hooter. Knocked down by Pieter-Steph du Toit, and that's going to be the game. That's the final score, folks. It's 3-0 South Africa in the Junior World Championship. We'll get to that one shortly. My goodness, the Bokke win this game. Wow, that was something. You'll be directed to the other game after this, the Junior World Championship, if you want to hang around for that. 43-0. We're going to hang around for man of the match discussions here. Wow. My goodness. And thank you, Edge Bros, for subscribing. Man, oh man, oh man. What a the way this game went in the end. We're waiting around for man of the match right now. Let's see what happens here for the man match. It should be Paul de Villiers, no doubt about it. The only other choice to come close would be Oscar Visa, but he left the game too soon. Ruben van Heerden had a very good debut. Yaku Williams had a terrible first half on debut, but was really there in the second half. There's Sia Khaleesi, along with Elric Lowe over on the sidelines. So they win in Durban. Don't run off, folks. More to come here. Okay, I'll make sure that's printing out my lineup. My lineup is printing out over there. Again, I don't know the under 20 players, just a couple of them. Cheswell Eustace there, I know him. Marcus Miller, I know him. Most of these guys don't know. So Pieter-Steph du Toit walking around. Final score is 43-0. 43-0. So we're just waiting for this one to hang around there. So, wow, folks. Exciting stuff. Let's see if we get down here and get the man of the match. Wales, you got to feel bad for them. You got to feel bad for Wales. I mean, this is the tough road to hoe. It's a team in a rebuilding phase, and they're struggling to find a rebuilding pace. And they come all the way to South Africa just to get slaughtered. So, waiting for that man of the match conversation coming up here. My money's on Paul de Villiers. See if we can't get him down here. Hopefully this disc jockey will stop his nonsense playing music while we're trying to hear the man of the match conversation. Just waiting to see here. All right, have we got him? It is Paul de Villiers.
43 points to 0. It's a wonderful victory, but maybe a little raggedy at times.
A lot raggedy.
Yeah, I think you can see in our faces. We thought we wanted to bring out physicality, and I thought we did that in the set piece, in our carries and in our defense. The ball was a bit wet, which slowed us down a bit, and obviously cost us a bit of execution, especially in the 22.
What made you happy about tonight, though?
I think, like I said, we wanted to be physical. We wanted to give a bit of a presence, especially in our scrums, in our mauls, and in our defense, and I thought we did that well.
Scrums were brutal at times.
Yeah, awesome front row, awesome. Credit to the coaches, credit to Coach Don, and also the bench that come on and just went forward and kept on going with where we left off that first half.
And what about a word around you for a couple of those new caps and a couple of the young guys?
Yeah, it's awesome. The environment they're creating here, myself also a new guy, but the environment they're creating here, the guys that's been here a bit longer, they almost take us in, makes us feel comfortable, and let us do our thing and let us play with our talents, and that's awesome. And that's also credit to the system and what Coach Rassi and the coaching staff created here.
Well, credit to you as well, Dan. You are tonight's man of the match. A smaller guy, a newbie, but man of the match nonetheless.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Joel. Appreciate it.
Thoroughly deserved man of the match, and the Springbok captain is here as well. Let's get
here we
him
go.
at the same time. Peter Steff,
du Toit.
While you're available, you've got a smile on your face. Happy for the win, I'd imagine. Maybe not quite happy with the execution at times.
Yeah, we're grateful for this wonderful opportunity, and again, we want to give Heavenly Father all the praise for giving us the opportunity to play this game. We came into this game with a plan, and we tried to focus on the set phases, especially the scrums and the line-up. I think our defense was good at stages as well, so I think we can be happy at the certain point, especially the boxes we wanted to tick, we ticked, yes.
And I guess happy as well with the performance of some of the young guys, the new caps.
Yeah, if you look at the young guys or the guys that came in and made the debut today, it's a wonderful opportunity for them, and especially the way they played. There's some guys that are actually putting their hands up, and I think there's a few of them is going to wear the jersey for a long time.
Competition is tight in the squad, even for you old buggers.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We love competition, especially we know the team is going to go forward. It's a wonderful thing when there's competition in the squad. We always push each other, and we just want the best guys to play Saturday.
And there's a green army that supports this team, a real swell from the supporter base. Here in Durban, no different. Maybe a word just on how the fans have got behind you and the support they give you.
I like the attendance.
Yeah, this is where everything started for me, was here in Durban, so it's an unbelievable honor and a privilege to play here in front of this wonderful crowd of South Africans that supported the Springboks. So we're really grateful for everyone that came out and supported us.
A little bit of a rest now?
Yeah, we've got a week off and then we start again, so yeah, definitely going to have a nice rest.
Enjoy the week. Well done tonight.
Got the All Blacks tour coming up. Okay, let's see if we get the losing captain, or are they just going to let that go? I don't know if he wants to come up here. But what a game, folks. What an absolute cracker of a game in the end, the second half, but some sloppy play. Here we go.
43 points to 0, Dowie. Not the result you wanted, but I'm sure there's a lot out there that you have reason to be incredibly proud about.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm massively proud of the boys. Some people might be shocked at saying that with the scoreboard looking how it does, but for me there's a lot of improvement in that as well. You compare that performance to the performance in the autumn against the Boks, there's a stark difference there for us. Look, we're not happy with the nil on the scoreboard, we're not happy with losing, but there's a lot for us still to improve on, but there's growth. We've had growth, and I'm proud of every single one of those boys that pulled a jersey on, that gave everything on that field today.
And of course it's a tough, brutal contest against the Springboks. Heart plays a massive role.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, atmosphere has been incredible. I think what this team has done for this country over the last 8 to 10 years, I don't think anybody can take that away from them. They're number one in the world for a reason. They're a dominant team. For us, it was about stepping up to that, and I think in parts tonight we did. the growth for us is to keep that consistently across 80 minutes, across every facet of the game.
And of course, if you are to challenge, you're gonna have to step up even further. Is that possible?
Yeah, of course it is. Absolutely.
Well, you hope.
I think this group has got
3-0 in the other game still.
You see in the last 6 months the gains we've made. We're only going to get better, and I think the boys wear their hearts on their sleeves every time. There's no lack of effort. For us, our discipline was probably a bit off tonight. We've been very good on discipline recently, and physicality. I think we had it in areas, weren't consistent enough with it. But look, again, I'm incredibly proud of every one of those boys tonight.
Super. Well, it's not the scoreline you wanted, but we're glad to hear you're proud. And if it's a step in the right direction, well done, mate.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. So we're going to get someone else.
The interviews there with
Yeah, Joel Stransky, Davy Lake, Welsh captain. We had Peter Steph Dutoy and man of the match Paul de Villiers. But a lot to be taken from this game for the Springboks. So here's the stats for the game, folks. 7 tries to 0, 9 penalties conceded, but like 5 of those were right there in the first half. 14 penalties conceded by Wales, 113 carries by the Springboks, 513 meters made, just 119 meters made for Wales. 104 tackles by the Springboks, a bit surprising, 122 by Wales. Just 7 missed tackles by the Springboks. That is very good. 32 missed by the Welsh, 6 offloads and 4 offloads. 43-0 full-time bonus point as people leave the stadium. New Zealand won earlier 40-21 against Ireland. Japan was slaughtered by France 42-15, and Australia crushed the Italians 57-10. I've gotten all 4 of my picks correct today, and the 5 because I picked Scotland over Fiji as well. Got the bonus point there, 33-17. So that leaves just Argentina versus England tonight. I've picked Argentina. They're at home. We'll see if it pans out that way. Scotland was in Scotland, but they were technically a home game for Fiji because they're playing the Northern Hemisphere. Hopefully to make it's 18 minutes in the first half of that other game. And the Springboks have kicked it down. So the standings right now finds South Africa leading by 81 points. That victory today was critical for them. Pick up some 8 points. They have 81-point differential, 3 bonus points. So they're top of the log for the Nations Championship right now. So this is good stuff. And I'm going to show you all of it. Now, we got one game outstanding, as I said, the Argentina game against England. But let me get this up on the screen here for you very quickly here. Okay, there we go. So I'm losing that broadcast, and I'm going to switch over to the other one here shortly. All right, so that's good. All right, so let me just show you this very quickly. Then we're going to switch over to the other game for those who want to hang around for that. Where is my screen at here? Just a second, folks. There you go, second screen. Let me turn off the score here. So there you go. This is the standings right now. So in the Northern Division, you have France with 2 wins and a loss. So nobody's undefeated there. 4 bonus points, 12 points, 41-point differential. Scotland is second, 2-1 with 11 points. Then Ireland at 10 points. England yet to play today. Wales, 5 points. Italy, nothing. In the Southern Hemisphere, South Africa is 3-0, as is New Zealand. Only 2 undefeated teams left. And so South Africa is 15 points, as well as New Zealand, 15 points. That's the max. But the point differential, 30 points up on them, gives them the advantage to South Africa. Now, this will be resumed in November. So South Africa, New Zealand, Australia, Argentina yet to play. They could potentially leapfrog ahead of Australia with a bonus point victory over England, taking 11, or victory would take them to 10. A draw would take them to 8, but it wouldn't move them up because Australia has a point differential, Japan, and then Fiji. And that's the Nations Cup, folks. Tomorrow we've got Curry Cup action here on the channel, so you tune in tomorrow for 2 Curry Cup games. But in the meantime, we're going to switch over to Junior Rugby World Championships here in just a moment. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in for today. Be sure to hit the like button if you haven't done already. Likes matter, folks. It does drive the algorithm. It is very helpful. I'd appreciate if you'd hit that like button if you haven't done already. Got 398 likes, and there's 821 people currently here. It really does drive things, and it helps people find this channel as well as the chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Let's take a look at, make sure I still got this over here, and what's going on over here in the Junior World Championships. The Springboks, looks like they're not happy with something that just happened there. So I'll switch over to that. It'll be another broadcast. You'll be automatically redirected. Junior Rugby World Championship. 20 minutes in, there's a pause. Oh, one of the Springboks players got hit in the sternum. He's down right now. All right, so we're going to go over to that, and I'll be right back. Thank you for being here. Hit the like button if you haven't done already, folks. God bless. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome, And that's going to do it. We'll be back in just a couple moments with that other game. Thank you.